time again. Don't, yeah, I know the notes may have been off a little bit, but it's all right. It's all right. I'm just giving you guys that love. I felt like singing a little tune, so I sang a little tune, Welcome, 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 welcome to Mindfulness Mondays with your sister, Sumer Soulstice. Find your bliss with Sumer Soulstice. Find your bliss with Sumer Soulstice. That's my new tagline. I'm gonna have to change everything, but it came to me one day find your bliss with Sumer Soulstice. Yes. So I was excited about that. So, how was your week? Has it been fantastic? Was it purifying and cleansing and releasing? And were you open, and were you being vulnerable, and were you being, hold on, couldn't get the card up, flexible this week? Were you mindful on this week? And for all those that have been watching all this time, what is mindfulness? For those that are just tuning in, mindfulness is being aware, moment by moment, of all that you are thinking, your intentions, your body language, your mannerisms, your way of being, your thoughts, everything that has to do with your self-awareness. Yes? Yes. So that is mindfulness. So that's what this whole entire show is about. It's about hashtag get your mind right. Hashtag change your mind, change your life. Yes? Yes. Yes. Thank you for the love. Greetings, greetings, greetings of peace. Greetings of peace. So, let me go through the spiel. I got to go through the spiel. If you have missed any of these sessions in the last, I don't even know how long it's been. What has it been? 8 weeks? I don't know, 10 weeks? You can always go back and head on over to my YouTube channel. And a lot of people are saying they can't find it. It's probably because you're missing the S or you're putting an extra M in Sumer. So it's SUMER space Soulstice. SOULSTICE. So if you guys have missed any portion of it, you can head on over there and watch all the shows. And most important, like and subscribe. Thank you so kindly. Like and subscribe for me. So let's just get in 3 deep breaths, because guess what? We have lived through another week. So let's inhale, and I always tell you, fill up the belly. Fill up the belly with all those good intentions, and then when you exhale, let it all go. I know it's Monday. Some people call it Madness Monday, Monday Madness. Just another manic Monday, but it don't have to be any of that. It is whatever you make it. So let's breathe in all goodness, because we at the 12 o'clock spot. We're at the noon spot where everything is calm. All right, so here we go. And breathe in. Hold it. And exhale with the ah. Breathe it on in. And exhale. Ah. And one more time for the Trinity. Breathe it in. Ah. Woo! Doesn't that feel good? It should feel amazing, because guess what? You're breathing in all that good oxygen. You're replenishing your cells. They are getting life, because what? Prana is life. Prana is life. Breathing in. Do you guys know that there are breatharians that exist? People that do not eat, don't consume any fruit. All they do is breathe in that good prana, because the air is life. The oxygen is life. It's food. It's fuel. It's everything. All you got to do is just breathe. That's why they tell you all the time. You see all these hashtags and shirts and hats be like, just breathe. Because sometimes that's all you need is just breathe. So, last week, I introduced you guys to my singing bowl, one of my gifts that I received. I'm from my brother and my sister-in-law. So I'm excited. And it sang for a long time. So let's see if you guys, good energy, can help it to sing again. I'm all nervous. I'm nervous about it. Okay, here we go. Bring it back. Didn't work this time. Okay. Let me calm down. Let me breathe a little bit. Okay, maybe it's my nerves. Okay. not going to work for me this week. I don't know, but maybe that little bit of vibration got y'all somewhere. But, all right. Moving on to the more important things. Yes. Last week, were you flexible? Flexible. Yes. So let's just read what last week was. I'm getting out my handy dandy specs. My G-pop specs. Woo. Oh, hold on now. I'm not going to be able to see anything with the way they were looking just now. Like, So here we go. I'm like, here we are. So, flexibility read last week. I let myself flow with the situations. As a master, I am not flustered or stressed by difficulties. I let everything go, passing through me like water through my fingers. Like water through my fingers. So, did you let everything go last week? Because remember I said, for those that are celebrating the new year for January 1st, but a lot of us who understand that whole Gregorian calendar and how that works, we'll be celebrating our New Year's on March 1st, because that is spring. That is when the life happens. That is when everything is new. So that's why the New Year is celebrated on March 1st, because you can't celebrate during the winter time, during when everything's dying and withering away. So no, we want to celebrate it when the life is happening, when the newness is occurring, right? But again, for all those that are in their new energy already, did you let everything go last week? Did you let it go like water through your fingers? You have to learn how to just flow and let go. Flow and let go. So prayerfully, you guys did that on last week. You let go and you set your intentions for this new year and all that good stuff. Yes? And our power was the power to decide. And it reads, when I keep courage in the face of choice, I receive God's help. When I remember God with my heart, he grants me the power to decide. Yes, the choice is yours. The choice is always yours. Everything is yours if you desire it and you put the intention behind it and you realize that it is your truth, because that is all we have. Yes, is truth. The knowing that it is. It just is. So that was last week. Flexible and making some decisions. So, what decisions did you guys make on last week? What did you decide that you were going to either do, or what did you decide you were no longer going to do? Drop me a comment. Talk to me. Tell me something. In the meantime, again, I always push for you guys to journal. And I still haven't received that many photos from you guys of your journals. I'd like to see photos of your journals, because this is important. I know you guys may not think that it's important, because I didn't think it was important at one time. I was like, I'm not journaling. I'm not writing anything. I don't have time. I don't like writing. It's not for me. So I didn't do it. But I've turned over a new leaf, and it's for the last year, I've been doing my journal. And it really is life-changing, honestly. Writing down your thoughts and being able to see them and visualizing them, and then going back and reference them and putting them back out there, into your etheric field, and then, allowing your spirit body to carry it. It's like, ooh, yeah. So, get your journals. Journal. Okay? Because it's important. Okay, so this week I said the topic was going to be look only at what you want. Yes? Look only at what you want. So what do you want, Soul Tribe? What is it that you desire? What are you putting your intentions behind? What is it that you want? I never forget, I went to it was like a life-changing event. And greetings, King, greetings, much love. I went to this camp. It was like a motivating camp, and one of the activities that they did is we had to stand across from each other, and it was this one person was just yelling at you constantly, what do you want? Okay, and so you had a partner, and that partner, all you could say back to them is what you want. So they're like, what do you want? And I'm like, I want peace. They're like, what do you want? I'm like, I want love. They're like, what do you want? I'm like, I want freedom. They're like, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And they just kept screaming it at you over and over and over again until you finally, get to a place and you're just like, I want love. I want to be free. And you're like pouring your heart out, but it's such a powerful exercise because it really forces you to really, really look at what you want. It really does. It forces you, and it brings up all these emotions and feelings of like, what do I want? And then you're just like, at the end, you're open, you're vulnerable, and your sensitivity and everything is alive, and it's so beautiful. There's such beauty in vulnerability. There's such beauty in sensitivity. And I have a few sisters, that I was working with, and I, had to explain to them, like, that's our beauty as woman, is in our sensitivity, is in our vulnerability. Man loves that which is opposite, of him. And so a lot of our relationship problems, I'm not going to go too deep in it. Maybe I'll save that for next week's show, but just a little something. They like what is opposite of them, so it's like they're hard, they want something soft, they're like this logic, and, we're heart beings, and we have to really learn to embrace those aspects of ourselves, our vulnerability and our sensitivity, because at one time, I did not embrace that at all. Like I told you guys, I don't know, it was a couple of weeks ago, that I was a brick wall, stone cold. I'm like, I didn't never let anything penetrate me. I was like, I'm this, I'm hard, I'm strong, I'm this. It's like, what are you talking about? Our strength is in a different way, but we don't have to be competing with men to be, That's not where our beauty lies. Our beauty is in our softness. It is in our grace. It is in our gentleness and all those beautiful things. But let me digress. Let me get back to the point here. Look only at what you want is the point. So, and I didn't actually have my book with me because I'm actually still away, as you guys can see, even though I'm loving this setup. I'm going to actually miss this setup when I go back home. But I was able to print out the text for today. So, and the text reads, and this is still out of The Science of Mind, which I told you guys should go out and get that book by Ernest Holmes. It is where it's at. It's where it's at. Never look at that which you do not wish to experience. No matter what the false condition may be, it must be refuted. That coming out the gate is a strong line. Coming out the gate, that's strong. Never look at that which you do not wish to experience. Because what do I always say? Your thoughts create your reality. What you focus on grows. Welcome, sister. Welcome. What you focus on grows. So if you're constantly thinking of what you don't want, that's exactly what you're going to attract to you. That's exactly it. You're only going to attract exactly what your thoughts are. So it says, no matter what the false condition, meaning the conditioning of your mind, or what you may perceive outwardly as to what is transpiring, it must be refuted. At all costs, at all times, no matter what. Refute that. It's like, no, I do not receive that. No, I do not take that on. No, I do not. That is not a part of my life. That is not what I see for me. So you have to refute it immediately. Then it says the proper kind of a denial is based upon the recognition that in reality, there is no limitation. The proper kind of denial is based upon the recognition that in reality, there are no limitations. For mind can as easily make a planet as anything else. Look at that line. For mind can easily make a planet as it makes anything else. When we realize how powerful we are as beings and how powerful our minds are, you can create the stars. You can create galaxies, dimensions. You can create whatever it is you desire. That's what most don't understand. That's how powerful your mind is. That's how powerful your mind is. And mind is intellect. Okay, people think like the brain. It's like, no, the brain is the processor of your thoughts. It's a processing machine. Okay, and your eyes are like projectors. So it's like, boop, boop, boop. It's like projecting back to the brain, and then that processes it. But your mind is intellect. Okay, that sounds like an energy. So, for mind can as easily make a planet as anything else. The infinite knows no difference between $1 million and a penny, just like it doesn't understand good or bad. The universal energy, the all, God, the absolute, the everything, the everlasting love, again, as I always say, however you want to reference that energy, does not recognize $1 million from a penny, good, evil, bad, indifferent. No, it's just, it knows the energy. It recognizes the energy in which is put out. And then it answers that energy equally. Cause and effect. The law of cause and effect. The law of correspondence. Okay? The law of attraction. All the same. All the same. It's energy. Energy. So it says, it only knows that it is. Exactly. It only knows that it is. That's it. It would be just as easy to demonstrate $1 million as it would be to demonstrate 10 cents. And when they say demonstrate, it means create, to bring forth. So when it says demonstrate, that's what I mean. It would be just as easy to create $10 million, just as easy it is to create 10 cents when you're in alignment, when you have reprogrammed your subconscious mind, because like I said, subconscious mind is the control of the conscious mind, because your subconscious mind is based upon all of your experiences, again, between the hypnagogic stage, which is from gestation till about 7 years young. Everything that you learned in that period shapes you, who you are as an adult. So that's why it's imperative, I always say, the parents during that stage of your child's development, be pouring positive energy, positive thoughts. Teach them how powerful their mind is. For all of the parents of young ones, teach your children how powerful their mind is to learn, and teach them how to manifest. Like that is the most beautiful, beautiful thing you can do for your children during that stage. So because they can grow up and they know they can manifest like that, staying in a positive energy. What? Oh my gosh. I'm like, if most of us, like in my generation, would have been brought up under, this understanding. Oh my goodness. Imagine what we would have created. We wouldn't the energy of the earth right now wouldn't be where it is. People wouldn't be so disillusioned and so much anxiety and fear and depression and sadness and all these things. Because we'll realize that those are lower vibrational, and that is not who we are. At the core of our being, that is not who we are. We are love. We are limitless beings. We are boundless beings. All that we desire is within us. Yes? And it's as easy as knowing. Knowing. Not believing. Knowing the truth. It is the consciousness back of the word that forms the word. Consciousness means the inner embodiment of an idea through the recognition of truth and a direct relationship with the divine. I'm going to read that one more time. Consciousness means the inner embodiment. The inner embodiment. Ooh, the inner embodiment. I love that. Of an idea through the recognition of truth. What is our truth? That we are limitless beings. We are boundless beings. All that we desire is within us. All that we desire we can have. And a direct relationship to the divine. Meaning, again, your meditation, yoga, sitting quietly, connecting, knowing that you are always in constant contact with your higher self, with the source, that there are no failures, there are no mistakes, only experiences, only growth. I'm going to come up with a new name for that, like growth experiences, growth happenstances, all that good stuff. So that's it. It just is. The greatest teacher who ever lived was the most spiritual man. For the more universal and comprehensive the thought, the more godlike it must become. Yes. More comprehensive. The more you stand on the truth, and again, when you know that you know that you know that you know that you know, and you know that all things is perfect, no matter what's happening, all things is perfect because it's either for your perfect growth, your perfect good, your perfect health, your perfect wisdom, okay, your perfect expansion, your perfect enlightenment, your perfect transcendence. Whatever you are experiencing is for your own good, and you're growing in it. You're growing through it, over it, under it, from the side of it. It's all good. It's all good. When you look at things that way and you realize there is no imperfection, when you take away the responsibility as well of like, oh, I am responsible. When you take it on the ego, the self, this vessel, you disconnect. You're disconnecting from the source. You're disconnecting from God in that way because you're separating yourself from God. Like, that is the most like craziest aspect of our way of being. I came across this, I don't know what it was that I was watching like on this week, and it was like a story, about that. And it was like God asked the man, like, who are you? And he's like, well, I am man. And he's like, oh, that's all you are is man? And God is like, okay, well, what if I told you you are what you say you are? And the guy was like, well, what else could I be? And so God replies that you are everything that you say you are. You are everything that you can be. How about you are me? Because if I am the I am, which just means being in all ways, I am in all things. That means so are you. The moment that you define yourself, like for me, I'd be like, I am Summer. I am this woman. I am a teacher. I am a healer. I am a mother. I am a daughter. I am a student. As soon as you start putting these labels on yourself, you start to lessen yourself. You lessen yourself. When you start putting these labels on, you lessen yourself. Because then you're confining yourself to these aspects. You know what I mean? These characteristics, these traits. And it's like, no, you are all. You are perfection. Yes? You are a part of the divine. You are a part of the unity. Okay? You see that alignment? Okay? That's you. You are. And I do a meditation because like I said, I study Kriya Yoga, and we do this meditation with Sadhguru. It says, I am not my body, and I am not my mind. I am not this body, and I am not my mind. Because we aren't. We're not this body. This thing don't define you. You are a soul. Okay, you are a limitless being. Okay, that is trapped inside this little tiny little vessel. You know what I mean? That's what you are. So, getting back to this, look at only what you want. Do you want to just be this restrictive being? Do you want to just be this body? Do you want to just be defined as what you were named and who you think you are? Do you want to be just defined by that? Or do you want to say, like, I am all. I am everything. I am the trees. I am the air. I am the water. I am fire. I am earth. I am all, encompassing of all, because we created all this by thought. A good treatment is always filled with the recognition of the presence of God or good. Even in spiritual things, we are still dealing with the law of cause and effect. For God is law. The more exalted the thought, the more heavenly, the more boundless, the more godlike the thought, the more power it will have. So a lot of us are walking around here feeling like we should not say, I am wealthy. I am healthy. I am healed. I am whole. Okay. Currency flows to me easily, freely, and effortlessly. I am divine love. I am divine serenity. I am divine bliss. I am divine cooperation, okay? I am motivation. Whatever it is that you define. A lot of people feel like, oh, well, this person is gloating, to say that they this and they have this and that. It's like, no. Celebrate yourself. It is all right to celebrate you. It's when you're trying to do so and put others down that makes it, again, a hindrance, to someone. But I'm like, celebrate you. Speak your truth. Speak your truth. Because that's how you draw more of it to you. You gotta be love in order to experience love. You gotta be a friend in order to have friends. You gotta be love in order to experience love. You gotta be bliss in order to experience bliss. So speak it. Speak it. The higher, it just said, the higher, the exalted the thought, the more heavenly, the more boundless, the more godlike the thought, the more power it will have. So I wake up every day like, whoo, I am the epitome of the divine feminine. Yes, I am love at its highest energy. I am laughter. I am joy. I am a positive thinker in all ways. I am a healer. I am a teacher. And again, these are, these labels. I could just get up and just say, I am. And stretch out, I am. I am. Because I am. I am that I say that I am, that I am, that I am. I am all that I am. In being that I am. Because I am. Yes. 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 Okay. This is why the greatest teacher should become the savior. He couldn't help it. A great teacher would have to be a savior. Did that resonate? Did that resonate? Look to only what you want. Look to only what you want. Refute anything other than what it is that you want. Yeah? Throw it all out. Throw it out. We did that before a couple weeks ago. It's like every time you have the thought and it comes into your mind, anything that's not what you want, is not lining up with who you know that you are, throw it out. Because what happens is, as soon as you have a thought about what you want and then you think about something that you don't want, you cancel it out. You cancel it right on out. And it's like, and that's why it doesn't come to fruition. I'm like, let me check my time, because be with my time all the time. But that's why it doesn't come to fruition, because you wind up canceling it out with a negative thought. So only put what you want. Only rest here with thoughts of positive aspects, positive mindset. And that's it. Exalt your highest thought, it said. Exalt your highest thought. And let's find an affirmation to cover that. Woo! So many good ones. Oh man. So many of them I can't. Oh, how about I nurture my creativity and sensitivity. I nurture my creativity and sensitivity. I'm just throwing one out there. I nurture my creativity and sensitivity. I am open to beautiful experiences of intimacy. I am open to beautiful experiences of intimacy. We have so many we could throw out there. I am a calm and loving being. I am a calm and loving being. I let go of all past hurts with ease. Forgiveness comes naturally to me. So we can pick any of those. All right. And let's move on up to our self-mastery tools for this week. Now that we know what we want, let's see. What is our self-mastery tools for the week? Shall I start saying self-mastery, Self-mastery tools. Self-mastery. Self-mastery tools. Yes. Self-mastery. Self-mastery tools. Self-mastery. It's like, come on, angels. Spirit guys, what is the self-mastery tool for this week? I'm like, pop a card, pop a card, pop a card, pop a card. The cards is all messed up in my hands. Oh, okay, that one fell. Oh, balance. Balance. Ooh. Balance is this week's self-mastery tool for the week. And it reads, as a master, I am neutral in the face of opposing forces. From the center, I see clearly. Consider calmly and act decisively. That's a powerful card. I'm going to read this again. Write it down. As a master, I am neutral in the face of opposing forces. Neutral meaning we ain't going this way, we not going that way. We in the middle with it. We in the middle with it. Like, okay, I see you and I see you. But it says from the center, I see clearly. I see clearly. From the center, because when the center is where the what? The balance is. The balance. You know, between good and evil, there's the balance. A lot of us that have been working on like our shadow aspects of ourselves, learning to balance and harmonize those energies, respecting one just as much as you respect the other. That is where you find your balance. Because you can try to deny that opposing force, which you consider to be an opposing force, which is maybe not what you consider your ideal being or personality. You have to respect that aspect of you, because it is you. It is you. And until you respect it and become one with that opposing energy and being neutral and being in center, that's when you'll see clearly. And you'll be like, okay, this aspect of me is necessary just as much as this one. Because if you didn't like have that opposite, you know, being, imagine how you would just be run all over, you know. You would be run, you wouldn't be balanced, right? You wouldn't be balanced because you'd be just like this with the scale, like, I'm just over here. I'm over here. So it says, from the center, I see clearly. Consider calmly and decisively. So yeah, you consider calm. So when you're really in that balance, and I can attest to this because like I said before, I didn't have any balance. I was hellfire and brimstone. I was chop your neck off. What? I was so, woo! You guys have no idea. That's why I'm like, to sit here and be in the energy that I am in now, it took some work. It took some work to get to this place of tiptoeing through the tulips and understanding that all is well. All is well. Because I understand what the truth is now. You know, but it takes work. This spiritual journey is, it's like owning a business. Now, people say, like, if everybody would do it, you know, everybody be doing it. Because it's this road here, whoo, when you are creating that balance, you will cry, holler, scream, scratch, bleed, beat yourself, be alone a lot. There's a lot of isolation required for this journey because you got to go within. To find your balance, you have got to go within. Center. That's why it says here, from the center, you see clearly. From the center, that is within. That's where the center is, within, going within, getting out all that mess, all that, those past situations that you can refuse to let go of because it's fueling you in some type of way. I have clients come to me all the time was just like, well, I can't let go and I will not let go and I don't care and I'm this because I'm angry, I'm this. And I just be like, okay, so how is that serving you? Because it's serving you to hold on. It's serving you. And that is one of the hardest realities that I find with people that I work with, is that reality of taking the responsibility and saying like, yeah, why am I still holding on to this? Because when you do this, you hurt yourself over and over and over again. And then your balance gets messed up because you're not seeing from the center. You're seeing from one side. You're seeing from your hurt self. Okay? That's where you're seeing it from. That hurt self that's like, no, I'm going to stay over here because. But I help them to see why. I help you to get to the why you want to stay in it. I help you to understand the why you're still in it, whatever the situation may be. I help you to see clearly. See clearly, and then allow you to make calm and decisive decisions about your life. Because I tell everyone, the 3-finger consultation, you're pointing fingers, but there's these 3 pointing back at you. And the only person that's responsible for your happiness, your peace, is you. You see that? You. That's right. Me. You, me. That's the only person that's responsible for your balance, for your harmony, for everything that has to do with you is you. Because you have a choice all day, 24 hours. You got choices. You have choices. You have choice about what you're going to put in. You have choice about looking at only what you want. You have choices about what you want. But you got to make them. You got to say, I'm done with this. You know what? I demand my balance. I shall have my harmony. I will have my peace. I am serenity. But in order to do that, you got to see from the center. You got to clear out the center in order to see clearly from the center. Balance. And it's no joke. It's no joke. Get into that balance. But it's doable. Trust and believe. I would have never thought in a million years that I was going to be this being sitting in front of you, you know what I mean, doing what I'm doing. From the being that I once was, that I evolved from. You could have told me this is going to be me. But like I said, it took work, but it's all worth it. But you got to do the work. You got to be willing to do the work, Soul Tribe. Let's see what the power is. Power is. What is the power? What is the power? What is the power? Power. What is the power? What is the power? What is the power? Here we go. So the spirit guide show us what is the power to adjust. And let's see. I see into being. I protect the dignity of others as I would protect my own. The power to adjust renews my life and upgrades my vision of the world. I see into being. And what are you seeing? What are you visualizing for yourself when you see? And we talking about when we say see, we mean see. Because that's how you really see clearly. So you see into being. What do you see? I protect the dignity of others as I would protect my own. The power to adjust renews my life and upgrades my vision of the world. See, what they're saying is you see into being. So if you see beauty, you reflect beauty. If you see peace, you reflect peace. if you see growth, you'll reflect growth. When you see peace, you see bliss, you'll reflect that. So if you're seeing that in others and not judging, you're protecting their dignity as your own. Because remember, at the end of the day, we're all one mind. We're all one mind. Whether we like to understand that or not. Now, don't get me wrong. Again, we know that there's other beings that are not of our mind. And I'm not talking about the soulless ones. I'm not talking about those beings. I'm talking about the other beings. Those that are on one accord with us. Those that are in the same energy. Those that have souls. We're all one mind. So when you see them as you, as a reflection of you, you'll protect their dignity as much as you'll protect your own. That's what this is saying. So if you're looking at someone, it's just like, I go to New York all the time, and it's like you see the people that are homeless, or, what they like to call bums, which I never really liked that word, because I tell people all the time, everybody's a paycheck away from being those very people. They are a situation away from being those people. They are a traumatic event away from being those very beings. So again, be careful of the label you put on them. So I never look at them as like, oh, they're lower than me. I don't look at anyone in any situation that people would consider like, okay, I'm not there, so therefore they are beneath me. It's like, no, I always send them love, send them light. I'm always, giving money or whatever it is, that I have, because I see them. I see them as me. I don't look down, upon beings. There's so much judgment going on. And trust me, again, I'm not sitting up here like I have never done it and that I wasn't one of those beings, because I most definitely was. Judging all day long, here and there. Ooh, look at this person. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, she this, he that. Ooh, they this, they that. Not understanding that 9 out of 10 it was a projection of me, or it was an aspect about myself that I was suppressing, or a shadow part of me that I didn't want anybody to realize that I really resonated with and recognized it within myself. We have a lot of people out here not seeing others as dignified beings, because 9 out of 10 you don't see yourself as a dignified being. Yeah, let that marinate a little bit. So you protect the dignity of others as you would protect your own, because again, we're all reflections of each other. And the power to adjust renews my life and upgrades my vision of the world. And it does when you adjust your perspective, when you adjust the way that you are projecting, when you adjust and you say, like on my Facebook, it says, I am you, you are me, we are we. When you adjust your way of thinking to that type of aspects, greetings and peace, sister, greetings and peace, Maisha. Yes, it's true. It's the truth. People are constantly out here judging, and pointing fingers at others. And I just be like, okay, well, how are you helping that being? Because I always say, you either a help or a hindrance in someone's life. Period. There ain't no gray area. So it's like, okay, you see that person is in dire straits. You don't agree with that person or their lifestyle. How are you helping them to do better and be better? Because talking about them and pointing fingers again, because you point that finger, you're pointing it back at your responsibility as well. It's like what they always say, this old saying, don't talk about it, be about it. So, people are oftentimes, talking about, the sisters. There's the sisters on Facebook. I see the complaints all the time. It's like, this sister is showing this sister is doing that. Oh my God, look, I can't believe how she look. Oh my gosh, I can't believe she wearing that. Oh, she exposing this, she exposing that. You know what I do? I instant message a lot of sisters, and I be like, you know what, sister? Let me help you to have a different view about what you're projecting or what you're putting out there. Let me help you to see things a little bit differently. I had several people that I saw put things up, on Facebook, and they're like, oh my gosh, I'm having a hard time doing this. Or, oh, I can't stand it. And instead of me being like, well, they this and they that and they doing this and taking it from a place of judgment, no, I will go into someone's instant message box in a minute and be like, listen, I saw your post. this is my, this is what I'm offering you. This is my perspective, prayerfully that it will reach you and that, it will help you in some type of way. That's what we need to be doing. That is community. That is adjusting. That is protecting the dignity of others as you would protect your own. That's what that's doing. So we need to do more of that. We need to see each other as one. See, I am you, you are me, we are we. We are we. We got to create balance. Balance with us all. Yes, sister. Yes, Maisha. Yeah, we balance. That's why we are in the mess that well, let me not say we because I'm not claiming that at all. But that's why there are energies here that is out of whack right now. And why there is so much disillusion and chaos and all this other stuff going on, because we have lost the power to adjust, the power to tolerate. Balance is out of order because we got to stop doing this. Start doing this. Let me check my time because I'm always okay. I'm right at my time. So again, I appreciate you guys' support. I appreciate all the sisters and my brothers who share these videos, because again, it's about helping the masses, about sending this energy out to the masses and opening up the minds of all those that are willing to hear and receive. And I am here for you all. For those that need a little bit more in depth, like I was just saying, This is my calling, this is my purpose, to be a help and not a hindrance. So if you guys are looking to seeking balance and you want to learn how to adjust, go on over to my website, www.sumer, SUMER, Soulstice, SOULSTICE.com, and book a 3-finger consultation session with your sister. Because like I said, you want to change your mind and change your life, I can help you with that. Because there's not a situation I can guarantee that I have not encountered or experienced on this journey. You would be surprised how I could relate to you, honestly. I'm like, don't let the vessel fool you. Don't let this smile make you feel like that I haven't been through some things. Because I can tell you some stories. But head on over, schedule your appointment. I'm telling you, it's gonna change your life, and you're gonna be like, wow. Like, I didn't think that it was possible. I didn't think it was possible I could let this stuff go. I didn't think that I could do it. Oh my gosh, I'm in a new energy. I found my balance. But love you. I send you guys an abundance of love energy always. Again, head on over to my YouTube channel if you've missed any of the other sessions of Mindfulness Mondays. And let me think, did I forget anything else? I don't think so. But as I always say to you, go in peace. Remember, practice your balance. Adjust this week. When you see somebody, no judgment. See you. And say, how can I help? How can I be a help to this being? Yes. Until next Monday, go in peace, go in love, be blissful, be serenity, be joy, be at peace. Peace, love, and light.